What's up, guys, and welcome back to Gladiators Tribe, and today we're back with yet another racket review, and this time it is the Yonex Percept 100, the more power-oriented racket out of the Percept range, and I don't really know what to expect. Check out the specs. Glad, so all of the stringers are closed right now because it's summer and it's like Saturday. So I came to Kuzi's house to string the racket myself. Hate stringing, but I guess we're gonna have to do it. Alright, lads, I did manage to string the racket, although it has been quite a while. In fact, as you can tell by the specs, I actually playtested the Percept 100 with two strings, the Yonex Poly Tour Pro and my string of choice, the Technifiber Razor Soft. Anyways, to the racket. So here's the thing with the Percept lineup of rackets. Percept can literally be a brand of itself because the spectrum of the range of rackets goes from super crazy control-oriented Percept 97H and D to the Percept 100, which is pretty much a power-oriented frame. Because, well, it has a pretty thick beam, a large 100-inch head, and a 16 by 19 string pattern. Specs-wise, it could be placed in the head speed and peak category, or even the Yonex E-Zone, for example. But in reality, it's a pretty controllable power that's even more tamed with the great spin potential. Rackets with these stats usually perform great on the forehand side, and this one is no exception. Super easy to maneuver and swing, this racket offers everything you need for your forehand dominance-based style of play. It allows for effortless winners and passing shots, and has your back when it comes to defensive, deep and slow shots. Both the power and the spin potential are very present but not overwhelming, and I really like that. Backhands felt quite good as well, but compared to the recent Speed Pro and Strike 100, for example, I'm lacking a little bit of the plush stability and control. Though that's because I play flat and base my game around the backhand, and I need it to be dominant, stable and powerful. If your dominant shot is the forehand and you just use the backhand as a space filler, this thing is going to fit you perfectly well. At the net, the racket performed really good. It's lightning quick when it comes to preparing the shot and placing the racket at just the right spot on time. Thanks to the big head and the isometric head shape, the sweet spot seems to be larger than the racket head itself. Okay, jokes aside, but it felt great at the net. Oh, Glads, by the way, if you're already kind of considering of possibly purchasing the Yonex Percept 100, like always, the link to get this racket or any other racket or pretty much anything tennis related is going to be down in the description below, together with our exclusive code that's going to save you some cash, and that also helps the channel, so you know, it's a win-win. But yeah, back to the review. Now, let's discuss the serve. The racket performed wonderfully on the second serve, enough spin potential for the high bouncing kicks as well as on the skin tearing slices, but I definitely lacked some stability on the first flats. It was absolutely not a surprise for me, as this racket is just a bit too light for my taste, and the lack of weight is usually most noticeable on the serves and the backhands, but mainly the serves. However, like I always like to say, this can be fixed with some simple addition of lead. Where I love the racket for sure is on the returns, and that is for the same reason as with the volleys. Very quick to load the shot thanks to the maneuverability, and I could reach to pretty much any forehand return, just flick the wrist and the return would go pretty deep, often really surprising Kuzi on the other side of the court. Quickly gonna mention that I'm not really a fan of the cosmetics of the new Percepts, but that literally doesn't matter because it's a matter of personal preference. So yeah, if you're looking for a power-oriented racket with slight control pedigree, you like to dominate mainly with your forehand and go to the net a lot, give this one a shot for sure. That's about it. Check out the scores to quickly summarize everything, and I'll see you in the next one.